All right, guys, it is a spooky, dark, kind of a rainy fall day. I think I say pretty much the same thing every year when I come out here. I'm at the party place in Canton, Ohio on Whipple. You can see they've got their gigantic inflatable pumpkin out there at the road. And up here, they've got their whole storefront decorated. One of these years, I want to get out here and do like a time-lapse video of them setting all this stuff up and decorating and painting the costumes thing on the window. I just love coming to this store every year at this time of year. Look at this. We got like the corn stalks here. We got tons of pumpkin, hay bales. I love all this stuff. I mean, look at how awesome these colors are. Not only do we have the fall colors of the regular pumpkins and the straw bales and the corn stalks, but look at these pumpkins here. All kinds of different colors. I love how you can see orange and yellow and white in these. So very cool. And this is hand painted here. This is not a decal. I absolutely love that. I have got to get out here and film them painting this one of these years. And then of course they always have these little things in the front here where you can get behind and stick your face out and be the witch or the cat or the Frankenstein over here and the pumpkin. Very cool. That is the kind of stuff that you see if you go to an actual pumpkin patch, to a hayride. Man, do I love Halloween. Check out the gigantic pumpkin here at the entranceway. That is very cool. And here's the price list right out here if you're looking to get any of this stuff right here. I actually do need some of those corn stalks, but I don't think I'm going to pick them up today because I don't have the Hummer with me. I'm driving that little beast right there. So let's go ahead and go in and check out this awesome Halloween stuff in here. Oh my gosh, I can already see they have got everything set up. This is going to be awesome. Starting out with Michael Myers right here, front and center. I believe this is the Michael Myers animatronic that I actually have at the Scare House right now. We got Leatherface over here, who I believe this is the one that was at Spirit Halloween last year. Let's see if we can get him going. Yep. I don't know if he is the one from Spirit last year or not. I actually have the one that came from Party City, and that's the one that I really prefer because he just moves a lot faster, he's louder, he's scarier. Oh, look at this. We got the Carnival Barker over here. I believe that's what this guy's name is. Carney of Souls. $5. Check this guy out. All right, let's go ahead and get him going here. I think so. Maybe he's not plugged in. Never mind. If you look back at my video from last year, they also had him set up then, and you can see him working. But look at this. We've got a groundbreaking pumpkin guy over here. He's pretty awesome. A trilogy of inflatable pumpkins. Check this out. We've got a Skellebones wheelbarrow here. I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. Ooh, we got a lineup of animatronics along here. We're going to check those out in a minute here. But first, I want to take a walk through the store here and just see what all they have on the floor. They usually have like a bunch of awesome inflatables, things you really can't find anymore. Like, look at this, the ghostly group from Forum Halloween. So it shows 6 of them on here, but each box has 3. So you'd have to get 2 boxes in order to have a ring of 6 ghosts in your front yard, having a ghostly seance. We got some inflatables up here on the top shelf. Look at this spooky one here. I love this. Orange, purple, green, white. That is very cool. And the one on the end here right in the front is this gigantic pumpkin. That's pretty cool. We have this hanging ghoulie ghost right here. I don't even know what to call this guy. All right, let's check it out. Oh, there's a button too. Probably the eyes light up. It looks like there's little light bulbs there. Not really a specific name on that. Pretty cool though. Posable light up skeletons here. Oh, look at this. It's a photo prop. The Head Ripper. You actually set this up, there's a hole there, and you stick your face through for pictures at your party. Now these are cool too, the life-size stand-up cardboard cutouts. We got Pennywise up here, we got Michael Myers here, and let's see, there's a handful of them back here. There's the Pennywise, there's the Myers, Friday the 13th, Jason, and then, oh look, we got a Chucky here. That's very cool. a good selection of the life-size skeletons here. We got 5-footers over here, 7-footers over here. Tons of stretchy spider webs. I believe some of these are glow-in-the-dark, maybe? Oh yeah, right here. Super glow spider webs. Glows in the dark. You can put those on your front porch. And this whole walkway down through the middle here always has all these hanging ghosts and goblins. Clowns on this one, different shapes and sizes. Look at the eyes on this one. That is too funny. Wait, we got a button here.
Well,
oh.
Little kitty, how about some tricks and treats?
We've got some more on the end here. Pink, blue, and orange hair. Bigger ones around this side. We've got the scarecrow here. The Reaper over here. Arms to hang out your trunk or your door. And look at this guy here. A pumpkin guy, I guess. Evil pumpkin guy, I guess you'd call him. We got witches over here on this one. Skeletons on this side. 90-inch Black Reaper curtain. That one's pretty cool. That's pretty big, actually, compared to the size of my hand there. Golden skeletons over here. Pumpkin Patch Jack. We got the skeleton gorilla here. More 5-foot skeletons here. Ghosts on this one. Oh, and I actually have this, the Ghost Face Scarecrow. I don't think I've ever even opened him, but I have him at the scare house right now. More skeletons of different shapes and sizes here. Wait a minute, there's a try me button. Oh.
Beware, I've got my eye on you.
Sounds of the night. We got the ghost face inflatable up here coming out of a pumpkin. We got a ghost there, and then the shimmering zombie up there. Shimmering? Shivering. I think that's the word I was looking for. The shivering zombie. Oh, look at this. We got a 6-foot ghost face figure here. It's not an animatronic. It's just like a static prop. That's pretty cool, actually. $79.99 if you needed a ghost face. 6-foot Reaper with staff, and then below him we have this 5.6 foot, 5.5 foot animated standing witch. Climbing witch down there. You set that up to make it look like she's climbing up your house. The swinging dead. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then we got the grave breaker here. Pop-up coffin. Here's another collapsible coffin here. Skulls of different shapes, sizes, and colors. These are big ones up here. Grave breaker hands here. And then, of course, we have the zombie flamingo. That's hilarious. Groundbreaking skeleton. Trio of ghosts. I believe this is an animatronic, but it doesn't look like... No, it's not plugged in right now. But I believe they light up and move around, maybe even make some sound. Haunted tree. Only one eye lights. Hanging demon. Heck no, you can go back to heck, sir. And this is one of my favorite parts to see every year when I come in here, the skeleton band. It's not actually for sale, but it is pretty dang awesome. We got the drummer here, the guitar player back there. We got the keyboard player, the singer up here, the bass. 10-foot standing titan skeleton. Check that guy out. Here's a couple of those skeleton wheelbarrows here. Giant skull with lights. I think I have two kind of like that. Not that exact same one. I think I got them at Home Depot. Skeleton groundbreaker here. And he's actually set up right over here. He is huge. So this is some kind of a ghostly reaper. I go up to 9 feet tall. I don't know if that means he's an animatronic. Apparently this is the box for him. I just love how they put in so much effort to decorate this stuff every year. Like, they have Halloween stuff in here every year, all year, but it's upstairs just the masks and costumes. But down here, they put in the effort to decorate this every year. Look at all these bats up here, the skeletons, the backdrop over here, the silvery hanging whatever you call them. All this stuff along here, that's taken down throughout the year, and they put that all up at Halloween. Couple more skeleton groundbreakers here. This stuff always cracks me up here. It's like the human butcher shop here. Check this out. We've got bags of eyeballs. These are like regular size eyeballs. Bigger eyeballs here. Legs, feet, hands on hooks. And look at all this. This is like you're shopping at the deli for disgusting food. A heart, a brain, there's some fingers in there. Look at this one here. This one's a brain and there's some eyes. What the heck am I hearing? Something's making noise. It must be on the other side there. We'll go over there in a minute. A brain with a maggot or something on it. Fingers, eyes. This one here has a nose. Oh my gosh. Scene setters. This stuff is always so cool. This is like background stuff here. You've got like a zombie looking thing. Heads on shelves there. Hooks and chains and handcuffs. And all of this stuff is to make your scene bloody. We've got bloody handprints. Here's a backdrop right here with bloody handprints and dripping blood. Here's another bloody backdrop. A door cover here. Bloody hands. Look at this one here. You hang this around your door. It says, "No one leaves." Bottles of fake blood here. Look at this. Haunt blood. That's a gallon of fake blood right there. Look at this disgusting little appetizer of eyes, fingers, and bones. Here's one with a shrimp in there. Is that supposed to be carrots? A shrimp, carrots, eyes, and a thumb. All right, we got this guy waiting here patiently. He seems to be about 4.5, 5 feet tall. Try me button. Oh crap, I was hoping he was gonna like jump at us or something. Here's that standing animated witch we were looking at over there in the box. But again, wait a minute, here's a button. Oh! So she just hunches over. I wonder if she's just like put together wrong or something where she's supposed to actually stand up. That is very weird. Let's look at her face. Look at the face on that. Oh my gosh. All right, don't let me forget about all this stuff down here. This is all party favors and background and decor and stuff like that too. I'll just move the camera real slowly here. But you can see there's napkins and plates and silverware and backgrounds and garlands. And here's a backdrop kit over here. Hanging cutouts, witch hats. Oh, now these are cool. These hanging pumpkin lanterns. Those are really cool. I love those. Here's white ones with bats, and then here's some hanging bats, spider webs, more single bats to do whatever you want with. Hang them or put them on the wall or whatever. Here's a trunk or treat banner that goes across the top of your trunk. I love the classic Halloween looking stuff. Like, look at this black background with a pirate pumpkin. They got a cat there, the moon, the candy corn, the ghosts. Okay, here we go. These are the ones I really like right here. The jack-o'-lantern paper lanterns that actually look like jack-o'-lanterns with jack-o'-lantern faces. It doesn't say, so I don't think these are waterproof, but I would love to get like all of these and hang them from the trees in my front yard. More classic Halloween decorations right here. Like, look at this. These are the ones that you take out and you actually put on your wall. Tissue dancers. Check that out. Very cool. Here's a jointed goblin. I love that guy. So here's the centerpieces right here. So this has like a fan part on the bottom. You open this up and then it will actually create a base and sit on your table like that. Here's some horror backdrops and party decor and stuff. The scene setters, Michael Myers over here. That's pretty cool. Here we got Michael Myers with his knife. Another one up here for your window. Oh, you could put that on your car. Some Pennywise It stuff over here. Time to Float banner. Freddy Krueger Elm Street signs. This one's cool. Look at the red on that. That is awesome. And then this one actually has his glove on there with the blades. Ghostface window creeper. That is totally awesome right there. Chucky Wanna Play banner. Chucky window silhouettes. Check that out. That is pretty awesome too. We got some Beetlejuice stuff here. Pretty awesome Beetlejuice sign there. Beetlejuice groundbreaker. Although I think he's just cardboard. Inflatable Jack Skellingtons down here. We got a hanging Sally, a Zero, the Oogie Boogie here. Party decorations, and check this out, more of the lanterns. Looks like Jack Skellington. Those are pretty small actually, but they're cool. There Before Christmas balloons. Then we got this guy. Look at the look on his face. I can't even get his hair out of the way. That is creepy. And this must be his sister. Ugh, look how disgusting that thing looks. Jack Skellington light up yard stake. I think I've seen this before. That's pretty cool. It's like his hand holding his head. A couple inflatables over here. We got the ghost archway, the spider archway, and then a skeleton archway. That skeleton is actually pretty awesome and huge. Oh, I almost missed this one, the short circuit female phantom. We've got Grandma back here serving us. Hello, Grandma. If I had this, I would have to put a grilled cheese right there. She's moving. She's an animatronic. Look at this, she's just barely shaking. Oh my gosh, I wonder if she was supposed to be saying something or making a sound. Here she goes again. Can you see her moving? Just very slightly. She has the shakes. All right, let's start looking at some of these animatronics here, and then we'll look around the rest of the store. We got this gigantic Skella guy right here. He's probably about 10 feet tall. You see, I don't think any of these are turned on, so we're not going to get to see how he works. Let's see about the witch here. I love this one. Look at this. She's dunking the little girl into the cauldron. That's hilarious. Let's see if she works. Yeah.
You will make a tasty meal. Do you have any brothers or sisters that would like to visit me as well?
She said, do you have any brothers or sisters? All right, we got another witch here. See if we can get her going. Some of these are on and some of them aren't. That one aren't. I know this guy, but I cannot think of what the heck his name is, like Grave Digger or something like that.
I've made a little pact with the inhabitants of these graves around us. If they can claw their way out, I'll find a fresh body to replace them with. Imagine my surprise that at the same time I hear one working their way to the surface, along you come. You have great timing. Just so you know, it's a lot easier to fall in a hole than it is to climb back out.
He's pretty cool. All right, let's check this guy out. This guy's in here every year.
Some pumpkins are meant to be eaten, but my little carnivorous pumpkin has turned the tables on you, humans. Hey, don't worry. He only eats flesh within his reach. I don't suggest you point at him, or you might not get your finger back.
That guy is awesome. If you guys know what his name is, let me know. I want to look him up online. All right, then we got this ghoulie. I don't know if this is a woman or a man. Let's go ahead and get this going. Please, come on now. Oh, that one's not going to work either. Crap. I know I've seen her in action before, but then we got this guy here, the catacomb creature. This guy I want to actually own one day. I just don't yet, and he's not working either, unfortunately, but he is awesome. We do have Freddy back here. I mean, this one's okay. I actually do own this one. He's at the scare house right now. He's not my favorite ever, but if you want a Freddy and you don't have a Freddy, there's a Freddy. So this guy here, I don't think I've ever seen before, the Sword Swallower. Check him out. I'm really hoping that this works. Let's get him going, please. Yes! Check this out. He's not turned up very loud, but oh my gosh. That is pretty awesome. If you had an awesome circus setup, that would be perfect. Look at his face. And then we have a Jason here on the end. Look, he's wearing gloves. I wonder what his hands look like under that. And I think is a sensor on? Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead back over here and look at some more of this stuff. We've got like the regular yard decorations here. If you're just into some basic stuff, look at this Halloween mummy trunk or treat decorating kit. That is actually pretty cool. That would fit on the Hummer. Oh, look, there's different ones here. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, look at that. We've got the pirate. Let's pull that one out. Check that out. I really like that one. That's cool. We got a werewolf here. And I think this is the last one. The zombie Look at that. Very cool. Lots of trick-or-treat buckets over here. A handful of them over here, too. In fact, I think these ones down here actually light up. Pumpkin carving tools over here. Pumpkin glove scraper. I actually have like 2 or 3 of these that I ordered last year from Amazon, and I haven't tried them out yet, so I'll be trying those soon. I forgot I had those. All right, let's go ahead and go down this aisle here. Now, this one is tons and tons of party favors. Look at this. We got all kinds of stuff. Little puzzle cubes here. You got slimy ooze over here. Stickers of all kinds. Oh, look at this. This reminds me of the 80s right here. Oh my gosh, we all used to have sticker books, and I remember having pumpkin stickers. Very cool. We got spiders over here and little creatures and stuff. Squishy eyeballs, snakes, Day of the Dead activity book with stickers, skeleton and monster fingers, inflatable pumpkin here, necklaces, just any kind of party favors you can imagine in here. Look at this. We've even got little eyeball erasers, Halloween paratroopers. Look at that. They're like little ghosts. That is hilarious. I don't know what this is. Looks like maybe bats. Martian fingers, I bet those glow in the dark, actually. Halloween piñatas up here. Look at this. We've got a spider. We've got pumpkins here. A black cat. A bigger pumpkin. Jack Skellington. And then a big headstone. LED flashing glasses. Those are cool. Imagine a bunch of kids running around a party with those on. And this is funny. There's like a whole selection of squishy stuff. We got eyeballs here, candy corn, a little donut. What is this? Oh, this is like one of those popping Halloween pumpkin things. The pumpkin pops off the top. We got straws, squishy little pumpkins here, and you can get it all in bulk if you're having a ginormous party, or if you want to hand this kind of stuff out for trick-or-treat. Look, there's even Halloween ducks. We have a little ghost here, and then a vampire. Oh, this one's my favorite. The pumpkin duck. That is hilarious. He's popping out of a carved pumpkin. And then we also have a witch. More party favors and games and stuff over here. We've got some cookie cutters. We've got some bloody candy eyeballs. If you're making like cookies like that, that's pretty cool. Here's a bunch of inflatables here. We saw this one up front inflated in the front. Big pumpkin. And we got that shivering guy here. 3 ghosts coming out there. Ghost face. The 3 pumpkins, I think we saw that one. Here's just a ghost. The It Pennywise inflatable. Oh, here's a regular ghost face without the pumpkin. These archways down here, I think we've seen those, except for here's a giant Pumpkin King archway. I think it was last year they actually had the pumpkin and the skeleton archway set up right down here. They were huge. Different sizes of witch cauldrons here. Whole bunch of different headstones here. And look at this one down here, Freddy Krueger. Very cool. I like that one. Oh my gosh, it's a jumping spider. It's a jumping spider that we heard earlier. Remember when we were on the other side of this aisle looking at something, I think the meat department, and we could hear this guy jumping over here and making his noises. They've got a whole bunch of different spiders here. But here's the box for the giant jumping spider right here. Yeah, he looks pretty much exactly like the ones from Spirit Halloween. And then we've got just like regular spiders here that you can hang up. Look at this guitar. It's a bone skeleton guitar. What the heck? And it's got a try me button. Oh. Look at the eyes. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Mini groundbreakers over here. We got the mini skeleton groundbreaker, the mini pumpkin skeleton groundbreaker. Look at this. This almost looks like Sam from Trick or Treat. And then we got this little mini head right here. Little mini baby head here. This guy, whatever he is, and the evil gnome. And then these are like the head popping skeletons. Let's see, pumpkins. Let's see if one of these will work. Yeah, it doesn't look like that any of these are actually set up to show us how they work, but I've shown them before. Basically, this guy just like pops his head up. It looks like he ripped his head off. We got the big cemetery sign over here too. You can actually set that up and walk through the gate. That's pretty cool. So I think that is pretty much a good overview of everything that they have downstairs right here. From up here, we can get a better view of these hanging ghouls and clowns and skeletons. But yeah, let's go ahead and we'll come upstairs here for a minute and just take a quick walk through of all the costumes and everything up here. This place is so absolutely packed up here. It would take hours to go through and look at everything. We got pet costumes here. There's adult costumes down there. Masks over here. We got this guy that's not actually for sale, but he's in here every year just as a display. This is all the makeup, like the cream makeup and fake scars and big ears and stuff like that. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Even a unicorn horn. What the heck? All these fake tattoos here, and I actually bought some of these last year. Oh, actually, it's the ones over here. So I believe I got Frankenstein and the Halloween knife. Thought I got another one. Maybe it was a Michael Myers, but I don't think it was that one there. But look at this. I haven't seen this one before, the Terrifier. But yeah, these are all just temporary tattoos here. How crazy some of these look. This one looks like it's supposed to be like Freddy Krueger, maybe. Wow. That looks much different than the picture on the front. Wait, this is cool. Look at this. It's a fake broken bone. Okay, there it is. You put that on your arm, glue it on, and make it look like your bone, your arm broke and the bone's sticking out. Whole bunch of different masks here. Michael Myers, different, all kinds of different Michael Myers masks. And oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. We got Beetlejuice, we got the Ninja Turtles, Kiss, Jack Skellington, the Rugrats here, the Corpse Bride, Five Nights at Freddy's. All kinds of wigs along this wall here. Facial hair over there. Look at that. There's some beards and stuff over there. Weapons here. More masks down this aisle here. And then we've got any kind of wings you could imagine over here. Angel wings, bee wings, butterfly wings. All kinds of different shoes and boots over here. Look at this, they even have sideburns. Yeah, this whole upstairs is just loaded with all kinds of costume stuff. More hats down there. I'm gonna look and see, because I believe that I have a whole video of just going through all this stuff up here. And if I can find it, I will link it below in the comments. But they just have so much stuff up here. Look at all these different kinds of hats and everything here. What the heck? A Rubik's Cube hat. Yeah, if I just stand in this one place and move the camera around, you can see just how huge it is up here. Just completely full of costumes and masks and stuff like that. And it's actually almost the same size up here as the entire store down here. That's a lot of costumes.